My name is Becky Clausen, and I teach pre-K through 5th grade Spanish at the Henry Barnard School, which is a lab school on the campus of Rhode Island College. And so, being a lab school, we get to do cool, kind of innovative, fun things that not everybody gets to try. And so I get to try a lot of things, and sometimes they work really great, and sometimes they don't. And that's kind of my job. I get to experiment, see what works, see what doesn't work. So these are a couple tricks that I've learned along the way that seem to work pretty well. I have taught just about everything. I have taught middle school, I've taught high school, I've taught college, I've taught French, I've taught Spanish, I did a Portuguese club, I was speaking Portuguese, but I did it. I'm doing a multicultural club right now, so we're doing Italian. I don't speak Italian either, but we're faking it. Hi!
I'm just checking in to make sure everything's all set.
We're all set? Yeah, all good, thank you. Yeah, so I've done just about everything. And so the little tricks that I'm going to show you are applicable for just about anything. These are not just elementary tricks, even though that's what I personally teach. These are things that could be used for anybody. I also want to start by saying that I am not necessarily a technology guru. I don't consider myself to be an amazingly expert person in technology. Like, could I hook up my computer to the projector right now? I could not. So don't worry if you feel that way too. If you're like, oh, I don't really know how to do technology stuff. The apps that I tend to use are easy ones. They're really user-friendly ones that if I can do it, you can probably do it too, because I don't consider myself to be amazingly tech savvy. A little bit, but not stupendously. So just to preface with that, don't feel bad if you're like, wait, how am I going to do this? You can do it. It's not that bad. Okay? So we're talking about using technology to build a world language teacher rock star. I often will do stuff with technology, and you'll see today it's really not that hard, but it looks like you're a genius. And you can make these videos, or you can play these games, you can do these things. And the parents of your students, or your students themselves, will be like, wow, that's amazing, how'd you do that? You know, it's really not that hard, but it'll make you look really good. And it'll make you look really good in front of parents, and in front of principals, and in front of department heads, or whoever you need to look good in front of. So that's the goal for today. I want to start off by showing you my website. So if you grab the handle, it's on that very first slide there. Down at the bottom, it's www.henrybarnardspanish.com. Pretty much every trick I'm going to show you today is on this website. And the website itself is my first trick. If you don't have a class website yet, I would highly encourage you to create one. Okay? I was the kind of teacher that would show YouTube clips, I would play a song, I would want to show some kind of video, and I would have 39,000 tabs open on my internet. Have you ever done that? And then you can't find the one, and then it's buffering, you know, and then it's some crazy ad. Okay? That doesn't work. I only teach an hour a week. Each class only gets to see me an hour a week. If I'm spending 5 minutes of my hour waiting for the little spinny wheel, I don't have that kind of time. And so I figured out if I can put all of my media, all of the stuff that I want to do, all the games I want to play, all the videos I want to show, all the songs I want them to hear, all on one website, it helps me in class tremendously, because I can just go bing, 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 and they're all there, and I know that they're there, and I know that the links work, and everything's going to be fine. And also, my students can access it again at home, so that everything we do in class, they can repeat again at home. And I teach little kids. Little kids like to go home and be like, Mom, we heard this great song in Spanish, and they'll play it for their parents, but they're getting that reinforcement. And so that's really important to me, especially because I only see them an hour a week. I don't call it homework, I like to call it home fun. And so I give my students home fun to do, and it mostly involves my website. That they go on the website, they know how to find the games, they know how to find the videos. So I want to show you what my website looks like, so that you can have some kind of idea, if you don't have one already, of how you can organize your own website. So my website looks like this. So if you first click on it, you get a screen that looks like that. I have a blog on there that will tell the parents what we're doing from week to week. Just to let them know, this is what's going on. Do the parents read it? They often do not. But at least it's there, and I can point them in that direction. If they want to know, hey, what are you doing in class? It's there. Every week I update it and they can know what I'm doing in class. Yeah.
This is free?
This could be free. I will show you in a second how I made this. It could be free. Mine is not,
Okay.
and I'll tell you why in just a second. Okay? So that it has a blog feature, and then I organize it by grade level. So this is my pre-K through first grade. So if you're like Spanish 1, Spanish 2, Spanish 3, you could do it like that. Have different pages for each class. If you're like, here's Spanish, here's French, something like that. However you want to do it. So I have pre-K to first grade, second to third grade, fourth and fifth grade, and then over here at more, I have all kinds of more. I have just videos, I have just games, I have quizzes on there. Right now I'm doing this multicultural club, so I have videos on there for my multicultural club. I used to teach French, so I have some French resources up there. I used to teach Portuguese, so there's some Portuguese stuff. Every year I do a big show in the spring called the Extravaganza de Español, where I get all my kids up on the stage, and so I put their practice songs on there so they can practice their songs at home, and then when it's over, we make a video, and I put the video on there so that parents can watch it. All kinds of stuff. Contact information, all can go on a website. Okay, so what happens is during class, if I'm teaching third graders, I'll click on my third grade tab, and I have everything that I need for the month of September, and we're studying about Nicaragua in September, and it's all right there. Here's the videos I want to show them because we're going to learn about the house in Nicaragua, and they're all lined up, and I just push click, and it takes me to the video. Okay, and so it's really, really, really simple during class. Okay, the only problem with a class website, it does require a good amount of legwork initially to set it all up. Once it's set up though, week to week I can add stuff pretty easily, okay, and that doesn't take long. So just add a new video or add a new button or add whatever. Even to add a new page is not really that much. But it was kind of an investment of, I did it over a summer. So initially set it all up, so just kind of plan for, this is not going to be a 1 hour kind of a project. This takes some time to set up, okay? So the program that I use to make my website is called Wix.com. So that's the next slide you have on there. Wix.com, it does offer free websites, okay, so you can get it for free. The only problem with free is that, first of all, it will say Wix at the bottom, okay, and it will give you a name of a website that's like something like www.wix.com/y6xozy. So if you have an easy way of communicating to your students, here's a link, and they can just link to it quickly and easily, then totally fine, get the free one. Doesn't matter that it's a mumble jumble of numbers and letters and stuff like that. But in my situation, since I teach little kids, they don't really have personal internet access. You know what I mean? I can't send my students an email with a link in it or something, and I can't always count on the parents to do it, so I had to give it a name that the kids could remember and that they can go home and do. So if you want to buy a domain name that's specific for you, so I bought the domain www.henrybarnardspanish.com because I wanted that name. I have to pay yearly for that name. It's not terribly, terribly expensive. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $100 a year, something like that. I pay it out of my pocket because I want to have it. Okay, it's not 100%. You must pay that, but just I wanted it just to have my own name. But you can do all the things that I do on my website for free. Okay, you can add all the same things that I add for free. It's just, do you want the cool name or not? That's the only advantage of paying for it. Okay, so the advantages of having a class website, super, super helpful for organizing all your media. Okay, which is really, really important. And it's accessible to students so that they can practice at home. Okay, also effective to communicate with parents because I have a blog on there. And I display students' videos on there so that people can go and see them. A lot of parents don't like it if you post videos on YouTube, okay, because they don't want their kids out there for the world to see, but they don't mind it if it's an internal thing, that this is something that my school uses. They don't mind it so much, so I can put videos of kids on that website. Okay, so let me show you real quick what Wix looks like. Okay, if you go to www.wix.com, let me do it this way. See, I'm not a technology guru. This is what it looks like. It is very, very user-friendly. if you've never used Wix before. Has anybody ever used Wix? Yeah? Just really? It's great. It's really, really great. It's fairly user-friendly. So if you go to Wix.com, you just want to click on this one of create a new site. Okay, and they'll give you different templates that you can use. You can totally scrap all their templates and create it from scratch. That's how I did mine. This one is actually my daughter's website. She's an artist, and so she has a website for art that she runs herself and puts all of her artwork on it. So they're very, very easy to create, but this is mine, so I'll show you what it looks like when I edit it. The internet's a little slow. It's also cold, I think. So to edit, it has all kinds of tools for you. It'll say, do you want to insert a video? Do you want to insert a picture? Do you want to insert a whatever? And you just click on it, and it'll just kind of insert it for you. It's pretty easy. So up here is where you edit each page. Okay, so if I wanted to add something to my 2nd and 3rd grade page, I would click there. Okay, it gives you that little grid to show you this is your screen. Okay, you don't want to go outside those little dotted lines. Okay, so to put that video in there, first thing that I did for this house song, first thing that I did was go to Google Images, picture of a house. Or I probably said picture of casa, right? And I found that picture of casa. Great, perfect. And I cut it and pasted it. And then you want to go over here to the add button. I wanted to add an image. Okay? And so you click on my image uploads, and you can upload your photo from Google, something free. Okay? And I put my picture on there, and then you say add to page. And that's how I added that picture of a house. Okay? But then, I want that picture of a house to be linked to the video that I want to play. Okay, so once I've inserted my picture of a house, you click this little thing, it looks like a chain. Okay, it says linked. If I click on that, I want to link it to a web address, and then I just paste in the web address. Okay, and then suddenly when kids push that button, boop, it takes them right to that video. Okay, makes it really quick, really easy. You don't even have to be that complicated. Okay, if you want, you could just do it with text. Okay, I just inserted this casa song, okay, by clicking add, clicking text, okay, and then it'll click some text. If you want to link your text to the video, instead of putting a cute little picture in there, if you don't teach elementary and you don't want a million pictures, you could just link it to the text as well. So same deal, okay, and you can link to a text. Okay, I think you can link to text. Maybe you can't link to text. Maybe you have to link to a picture. Maybe you have to link to a picture, I'm not sure. Edit text. No, you might have to link. Oh, yeah, there you go. There it is. There it is. There's the little chain. I knew there was a way to link it. Okay, you have to select the text first. Sorry. Select the text first, and then your chain shows up, and you can click link, and I could click web address, and I could paste my web address there, and then you just have words. And that would take up a lot less space on your website, too, if you just had video 1, video 2, or whatever you want to call it. Okay? So that's another way to do it. Other cool things, I put student videos on there. So these are videos that my kids made. I'll show you how we made them too in a second. But to insert a video, same deal. I go to that plus. Okay, say add. There's a link down, there's a button down here for video. Okay, and I clicked on video upload. And it'll ask you where's the video. My videos were on my computer. So I said change the video, and upload media. Okay, and it'll upload your video for you. Okay, don't be afraid to just push buttons. It's okay. Like I just added a video to my website. It's okay. I can take it right off here. Okay, don't be afraid to push the buttons. Find out what they do. Okay, that's the most useful tool for me. Is see that now I have this video. Delete. Now I don't. Goodbye. Okay, it's easy. It's easy. If you make a mistake, you just delete it. No problem. Okay, I haven't published it yet either. See this blue button up here that says publish? None of the changes go live until you hit that button publish, and then the world can see it. Okay, but until that time, it's all you. Okay, it's only you that can see those changes. So while you're editing and stuff, it's not like students can be actively watching you edit. It doesn't work that way. Okay, it only publishes when you click publish. Okay. The other buttons I don't use very much. Add apps. apps. I don't usually add an app. I don't add, well, media is pretty much the same as adding here. The only other one I use is the blog feature. Okay, so you can click on blog, and I want to add a new blog post, and I add a new blog post every week, and I just type it in. It's just like a little diary. This is my lesson plan. Here's what we're doing in 3rd grade Spanish today, and I add my blog post, and that's it. So it's all kind of done for you. It's all kind of set up. They'll make it look nice, like they'll make it look pretty. They'll organize it for you. You just have to input your content. So like I said, to get my website looking the way it looks now, that's a lot of work. That's over several years of building it and building it and building it and building it. But you don't have to start out looking like that. Okay, you just add it as you go. Okay, that's how it used to look. It used to look fairly blank. And each week, oh, I want to watch this video this week, and I'd add that video. Oh, I want to watch this video this week. Well, now I've been using this a couple of years, and all those things have been added. But it didn't start out that way. It definitely didn't start out looking this complete. Okay, now I just use the same things over and over again. Makes my life easier. Okay, so that's Wix. Okay, it's a very, very, very simple program. It is free to use. They have a lot of great tools. They try very hard to be user-friendly. They have a lot of great templates that you can choose from. So that's a great one. I highly, highly, highly recommend that. If you don't take anything else away from today, take away, make a class website. It will save you time. It really will save you time in the end. Yep.
What's the benefit of using this over, say, Google Classroom?
Not everybody has access to Google Classroom. So if you have access to Google Classroom, that's a great way. And if the kids have access to it, because Google Classroom has a ability to make a website, right?
Mm-hmm.
Totally, like go for that. Yeah, it's just that not everybody's school district will pay for Google Classroom because it's a little pricey. But if you have it and the kids have access to Google Classroom, absolutely. Yeah, go that way. But have a website. Okay, that's the key. I don't care if you use Wix or not, but have a website. Because that is key for the students to be able to access at home and re-watch what you've done. Okay, it's really, really, really helpful. Okay, so that's Wix. Okay, so on my website, you saw that I used a lot of YouTube videos. Okay, so what I used to do, I used to find a YouTube clip. I would link to the YouTube clip. I'd be teaching kindergarten. I would push the button to play my YouTube video, and it would be some ad for a girl in a bikini. And all the kids, oh, she's wearing a bikini. And then it goes home to the parents. I was like, okay, this has got to go. So I found a website called SafeShare. Okay, it is a weird address. It's at the bottom of that slide. It is safeshare.tv. Okay, it is not safeshare.com. It is safeshare.tv, so that's an important little thing. I have to pay a monthly fee to use this service, but I think I pay something like $4.99 a month, and it is worth every penny. Because what SafeShare will do, it will scrub all your ads, and it will scrub all those suggested videos too, which are super annoying, that come up at the end of your video. It's like, oh, maybe you'd want to watch these bikini girls too. Okay? So that's called SafeShare. Okay? So YouTube has all kinds of stuff on it. Okay, it is great for free stuff. I'm all about the free. Okay, but you're gonna get the ads and you're gonna get the stuff that you don't really want. Okay, so definitely use YouTube to find the resources you want, the songs, the media, the videos, all kinds of great stuff on there. But the ads and the suggested videos are annoying. Sometimes they're inappropriate. So it's safeshare.tv. You can filter out ads. There is a monthly cost. I have heard that there are other free ones, but I don't know what they are. Does anybody know? Does anybody have some that they use for free? No? Okay. We're all going to have to pay them. It is worth it. It really is worth it. So this is what SafeShare looks like. It looks like this, has a cute little TV on it. So it's safeshare.tv. You go to YouTube, you find the video that you want. Okay, so let me get a new tab here. We'll go to YouTube, and let's say I want to find a cultural video about Mexico. 7 facts about Mexico. Okay, oh, here's a great one. I click on it. Okay, you get the web address from up there at YouTube. Okay, cut and paste that one, copy, go back to Safe Share, paste your YouTube address in there, okay? Click the arrow, and magically, oh, I've signed this up, sorry. Magically, it will create a Safe Share video without the ads. The other thing you can do is edit. You can't edit a ton, but you can edit the beginning and you can edit the end of your video. Okay, so sometimes it's like, I don't know, at the end, it'll say things like, please subscribe to my channel, and there'll be this big long thing at the end of a video on YouTube, you know, it'll be like, if you like this video, check out. I'm sorry, that scared me. You know how they have like the big annoying commercial at the end for their own video? You can edit that out, okay? And also if there's like a big, long, I don't know, some kind of introduction that you don't really want, you can edit out the front too, okay? So that's the video without the ads, okay? If you go here to edit, if I didn't want that annoying song at the beginning, it's too loud, I can do something like this and cut out the first 23 seconds of it, okay? Yeah, that's annoying. So you can cut out the first bit, you can cut out the second bit. And then what I do is, once I've made my Safe Share video, I copy that web address. Okay, let me show you again without the annoying music. I copy the web address for Safe Share, not for YouTube. Okay, so here's the video I just made about Mexico. Okay, there's my 7 facts about Mexico. If I click on that, I click on this little weird symbol. Looks like a little alligator. Okay, it comes up, says share. I click on that. That's the web address I actually want to copy. Okay, so I just have to hit copy. I don't even have to cut and paste it. It just gives you a button for copy. Okay, then when I go back to Wix, okay, and I want to edit my Wix video, I can put that web address. I will link it to that address of Safe Share. Okay, so when it comes up on my website, it is the Safe Share version of the video, not the YouTube version of the video. Okay, so it's just the video. Okay, no ads, no suggested bar on the side. Okay, it's just the video that I want and nothing else. Okay, that's how that works. Okay, so that's what my link is to. The link is to safeshare.tv. Okay, yeah.
Do you own those Safe Shares now? So if you stop paying your subscription, do they pull those from you?
I think they do. You just don't have access to them anymore. Yeah.
You won't have access.
Yeah. So you're kind of stuck for life. Paying $4.99 a month. Yeah.
Tube Chop is another site.
Tube Chop.
Similar to Safe Share. I've never used it, but I've heard that it's.
Okay. Is it free? Do you know?
Pretty sure there's
Okay.
a free version. I'm
Okay.
not positive.
Yeah. That's another one that I highly recommend it, just because you don't want those annoying things, because you just never know what's going to pop up. You have no idea. It also takes out, you know how it does the little pop-up, like, little bar down here?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll play a video that has, like, Spanish words down there, and I want the kids to see it, but then this thing pops up and covers those Spanish words, you know? It'll take all that kind of stuff out, so it's worth it $4.99. There's 2 different prices, too. It's $9.99 a month if you're just a normal person, but it's $4.99 a month if you're a TEH. So make sure you say you're a teacher. Okay, and it'll drop the rate in half for you. So $4.99 for teachers for Safe Share. Okay? The parents appreciate that too, because remember that they're using my website at home. Okay, so if they're linking the stuff on YouTube at home, sometimes parents don't like that either. Because parents go, why is my kid watching YouTube videos? Okay, when they see Safe Share, they don't realize that it's YouTube. It's where I got the media from, but they don't realize it's YouTube. It's a little more educational linking. Okay, so that's Safe Share. My next one is Kia. Okay, I teach a lot of, I use a lot of games and stuff when I teach, because I teach little kids and they like games, but I'm telling you what, high school kids like them too.
Yeah.
Okay, high school kids like them too. The other beautiful thing about Kia, it grades stuff for you and puts it into a grade book, and you don't have to do any work. So when it comes time to do homework grades, you just look at Kia and wow, all your students are there and all their grades are there. It's amazing. Okay, Kia is pricey though. Kia is pricey, but it's worth it for not having to grade. I think it costs $149 a year for a subscription. Totally worth it though. $10 a month or $12 a month, and you don't have to grade. It's awesome. Okay, so here's what Kia can do. You can put in your own content, which is what I love. Because you can often find free games online, but it happens to be the 10 vocabulary words that that person wants you to learn. Or sometimes, like I teach Spanish, sometimes it'll be the Spain Spanish word, but I want the Argentina Spanish word, you know what I mean? Like, and it'll be different, or, okay, I didn't exactly teach that vocabulary, I wanted them to learn this one. So this allows you to go and put your own material in, okay? You can type any words you want, any grammar you want, anything you want. You can do anything you want on Kia, and it will turn it into a game for you, okay? So that is pretty awesome. There's also quizzes on there that I'll show you in a second too. Okay, and then it automatically keeps track of not only their scores, like if they do a quiz, it'll keep track of the score on the quiz, it'll keep track of how much time they spent on it. So you can log in and see that little Johnny spent 30 minutes this week playing games on Kia. That's great to know. Or this kid spent 30 seconds playing a game on Kia, and they'll tell you, I did my homework. Yeah, you did it for 30 seconds, and this kid did it for 30 minutes, you know, and so those are great little tools too, okay? Students get an individual username and a password, okay? So when you pay that yearly fee, it will give you the ability to create your own class, and then once you create your roster, each student in your class will get their own personalized password and their own username, so that, you know, one kid can't be entering answers for another kid, or changing answers for another kid, or answering everything wrong on purpose for another kid, or something like that. They have their own individual access to. Okay, so that you can find at www.kia.com. Okay, yeah?
Is that limited to a certain number of students?
I don't think so, because I have 207 students,
Oh.
and it hasn't limited me, so yeah, I don't think that it does. It might at some points cut off, but all 207 of my students are in it, so works for that many. So this is what Kia looks like. Kia is the same company that does IXL. Is anybody an elementary teacher? IXL is elementary kids do that for math a lot. It's the same company, but this is kind of it doesn't have to be for languages, okay? Like history teachers can use it. It doesn't matter because you're entering your own content, okay? It can be anything you want. They just make a game for you, okay? So I don't use Kia Books at all. I use Kia Web, okay? So you want to visit Kia Web, okay? Enter Kia. So this is what it looks like for me. Yeah.
Some sites will let you take somebody else's content,
Yes.
duplicate it, and like edit it, so if
Yes.
you wanted to change one word or whatever, can Kia
You
do
can.
that?
Yes.
You don't
Yes.
have to start from
Yes.
scratch.
So there's tons and tons and tons and tons of already preloaded stuff, but just know that it's their specific content. And if it happens to fit yours perfectly, because sometimes teachers will do that. It'll be like, I use the book Descubre el Español or something like that 1. And here's a quiz with all the vocabulary from Descubre el Español 1. And you go, oh, I use that book too. Perfect. And it's the same exact stuff, and then you don't have to do the work.
But
Yeah,
can
it's
you
there.
edit it or no? You can't edit somebody
I
else's.
think you can edit somebody else's. Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, but like sometimes it's just pre-done too. You don't even have to do anything to it. It's there and it's what you want. Okay, so these are all the activities that I've created. Let me show you what it looks like to create your own. So there's 2 different ones that I use a lot, but there's a lot of different things you could do. But the 2 I use are activities and quizzes. Okay, activities are games. So I'll show you what that looks like. Create a new. Okay, there you can make. You input vocabulary, and it will make you flashcards. It'll make you a matching game. It'll make you concentration, like where you have to flip them over in a certain amount of time, and a word search. Okay, if you don't like that idea, Battleship. My kids love Battleship. That's their favorite one. They always, can we play Battleship? Can we play Battleship? They love Battleship. So I'll show you what that looks like. Challenge board looks like what's it look like? It's like a game show kind of idea. Okay. A closed exercise where you can just like have words missing from like song lyrics maybe. Okay, and you have the words missing, or it's a sentence and it's missing a verb, something like that. Columns is just, it gives you literally 2 pictures of columns, and then it has words and you have to match them. Okay, so either do things like I've done match the furniture to the room, or match the English to the French, whatever you want to do. Okay, hangman is fun, jumbled up words, ordered list, I don't do too terribly often, maybe something like months. I'll have the kids put the months in order, the days of the week in order, something like that. Picture perfect, I don't do too often. Pop-ups, I don't do too often. Rags to riches, my kids really like. That's kind of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? They can win $1 million. Woo! They get all excited. Do we really get $1 million? Yes. Okay. Scavenger hunt I don't do too often, but that could be a good one for high school students. Scavenger hunt is like you want them to go look at all a bunch of different websites. And so like if they're doing a project on Spanish culture or something like that, it'll send them to like 10 different websites and they have to like, okay, find out what color pants is this guy wearing from this certain website or whatever, and that's the scavenger hunt. So that's kind of cool. It forces them to go to all kinds of different places on the internet. So let me show you what it looks like if I created a Battleship game. Okay, so I go to Battleship, I hit go. Okay, I can give my game a title. I can describe it. This is a game about parts of the body in French. Something like that. Whatever you want to call it. Okay? And then you do it however you want to do it. It could be a question. It could be a culture question. Okay? It could be just simple vocabulary. You can do it like el brazo. Okay? And then down here you have 4 multiple choice answers. Is it arm? Is it leg? Is it head? Is it foot? Okay, you can do it that way. Or you could do, like, what's the capital of Spain? Okay, and then 4 different choices. Is it whatever, 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 whatever? Okay, and you enter whatever content you want. Okay, when you're done, you can add as many questions as you want. It gives you 10 to start. But if you want more questions than that, add some more questions. Okay, and you can just keep going, it'll let you add as many questions as you want to add. Okay, when you're done, you say done. Okay, it's telling me to have an error because I didn't enter any information, but when you're done, it will look like this. Okay, so here is a Battleship game. This is la ropa, this is clothing in Spanish. This is what Battleship looks like when you're all done. So these are words that I inputted knowing this is exactly the content I'm going to teach my kids. And then they go home and they can play this game. So often we'll play it in class once or twice, and then they learn how to play, and they get the hang of it, and then they go home and they play. Okay? And then Kia will track that for me. It'll track, oh, your kids played this game this many times this week. And that's really, really, really helpful. Okay? So you can choose how hard you want to make it. It doesn't have anything to do with the content. The content is the content. Okay, whatever you inputted, that's the content that it's going to ask them. So when it says skill level, it doesn't mean it's going to ask them easier questions. The questions are always the same. It's how smart is the computer that you're playing against. Okay, so if you click easy, the computer is really dumb. And it can't find any of the boats in Battleship and it has no idea what's going on. Okay? If you pick hard, the computer is really smart and it'll find the boats really quick. Okay, so the kids have to be really quick too. So it's up to you, but it has nothing to do with the questions. Okay, so let's pick easy just so I can show you what it looks like. Okay, so this particular game doesn't have very many words, so I don't have very many boats. So these are my boats. I have 2 green ones and a blue one. These are the boats that the computer is trying to find. Okay, when I hit start game, boop, I get a blank board, and I'm trying to find the computer's boats on this screen. Okay, and so you click wherever you want to click. If you get a circle like that, you missed, and the computer missed too. Okay, and so you keep clicking until you find one, and when you hit a boat, it will ask you one of those questions that I pre-programmed in there. Oh man, there we go. So, the computer wants to know how to say socks in Spanish. Los calcetines. Ahí está. Okay, and then now the kids know the boat is either going across or it's going down. Okay, oh, it's not going down, must be going across. How about shoes in Spanish? Los zapatos. Okay, and you click on it, and so on and so forth. And when you sink the boat, it will turn that color. Pants or pantalones, and there we go. We sank that boat, it turned green. Okay, so if we sink all our boats before the computer sinks all of our boats, then we win. Okay? They love, my kids love that one. But there's lots of games like that. But then, the really cool thing about Kia is the grade book. Okay, so I can show you what it looks like for my end. That's what it looks like on the kids' end. Okay, when they click on my link on my website, okay, that's what they see. But when I go to Kia, this is what I see. Log in. That looks like this for me. Okay, this is my page, my profile. I can click right here on classes. Okay? At the beginning of the year, I wanted to create a new class. Okay, so I click on create a new class. You can give the class a name, give it a start date, give it an end date, and then you can enter the roster. If you have high school kids that can handle it, you can have them enroll themselves actually. It will actually print out instructions for you to hand to your students. And it'll say, you need to sign yourself up for Kia, here's what to do. Okay, I teach elementary, they can't handle that, so I enroll them myself. So I always hit instructor enroll, and I physically type in every kid's name. Okay, if you have a roster that's already like sent to you, like an Excel file, you can actually just upload that roster and it'll just propagate your roster from there. It's really quick and easy. Okay, so you create your own class. I'm not going to create a class. Okay, I'll show you what my classes look like. So I have 18 students in second grade. Here's all their names. Okay, I did not give them a student ID. I did not give them email because they're little kids. But if you had high school kids, I would definitely enter their emails there. Okay, so that Kia can send them messages. And then it automatically gives the kids a username, and it automatically gives them a password. Okay, really cool thing. Email me a list of students' usernames and passwords. Okay, it just gives you the whole list and you'll know. And so the kid comes to you, I don't remember my password. You have the list and you can tell them. Okay, and you can check, things like that. But if you have high school kids and you've entered their email addresses, you can send them directly to the student. And it'll just send that kid's username and email and password, okay, to their email. Okay? If you click this one, it'll give you the whole list. Okay, if you do the individual student one, it'll just send it to the student. Okay, so this is another like super user-friendly one. It's really pretty easy to do. But this is the reason why we pay for it. Okay, view the gradebook. So I can see that my buddy Pace here has been practicing for 55 minutes and 31 seconds, which is amazing. Like, we haven't been in school that terribly long, so he's been on there a lot. Okay? And Declan's been on there 26 minutes and 20 seconds. And these are the games that they've played so far. They played a furniture game, they played a clothing game, things like that. I can see what they're doing. Okay, they played a colors game, which is good, because that's what we've been learning in class. So I can also see they've been doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not like clicking around and finding random games to play. They're clicking on the games that I told them to click on. Okay? If my students had done a quiz, it would also show up on there, and it would give me the score. My kids don't do quizzes as much because they're little. Let me see if any 5th graders happen to do a quiz. Let's see. Just so you can see what they look like. No. Oh yeah, that's a quiz. Okay, this kid took a quiz, she got a 3 out of 10 and got a 30%. Okay, I don't care. That doesn't bother me, but it's up to you how you want to set it up. I tell my kids, I don't really care about your score because it'll let you do it again too. Okay, take the quiz, you get a 30, well, take the quiz again. Keep taking it until you get 100, and then you know what you're doing. Okay, so to me, it doesn't matter as much the score, it matters that they're on there. Okay, it matters that they're practicing and seeing things. Okay, but that's what it'll look like for you. And so it just is amazing. So if you want to do that for your whole homework grade, you could totally do that. Okay, you could set up enough games and activities and quizzes that the kids could have all their grades on there, and you wouldn't even have to keep grades for homework. It would just be done for you, and it's kind of a nice thing. Okay? So let me show you what a quiz looks like. So again, you input the content. Okay? You can make it however you want it to look. You know what? That's going to be for a kid. Let me see here. Let's see if I can do it this way. I don't think they're going to let me do a quiz because I'm not a kid. Let me see if I can see it a different way here. There we go. That's what I want to do. A preview. There is what it looks like. Okay, that's what it looks like for a kid. Okay, they take a quiz, it's multiple choice, and it's self-scoring. So the kid knows right away, this is how much I got right, and this is how much I got wrong. So we were learning how to make adjectives agree. So, mi madre es bonita, mis hermanos son delgados, things like that. And they just click on the right answer. When you get to the bottom, you hit preview results, and it tells the kids right away, this is how many you got right, this is how many you got wrong, and it gives them the opportunity to take it again if you want to. Okay, now you've learned. Oh, that's not the right answer, do it again. Okay, do it again until you figure it out. So that's really, really helpful too, okay? And then that score will get sent to your computer. okay, for that kid. So I got a 1 out of 10, okay?
Does it tell you how many times they took it?
Yes, it does tell you how many times they took it. And you can set it to, if you want to have a limit. If you don't want them to take it more than twice or 3 times, you can actually set that too. When you create the quiz, it'll ask you questions like that. Yeah.
Do you have, like pre-made content saved from like a different website, like Quizlet? Could you upload it or do you have to do it manually?
That's a good question. I don't know. I've never tried that before.
I didn't
but it's
see an
possible.
option there, but-
It's possible, yeah. I'm not totally sure. That's one that you would have to kind of play around with.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if you could cut and paste and stuff and do
Right,
it.
or even if you
Not
have an
sure.
Excel sheet like you said for the.
Yeah,
that
it's
would be
very
nice to
possible,
cross,
so
right?
I'm not sure. Sorry, I don't know that
No,
one.
it's okay.
Yeah, you try that one. Okay, so that's Kia. So really, really nice for homework. Okay, for outside of class learning, really, really works well. Yeah.
Are you able to share some of what you made with colleagues?
I think you are, yeah, because I can get other activities from other people. So, oh, this is how you do it, shared activities. Okay, you click on that, and here's like everybody's stuff. Okay, but it does give you the option that you can share it to that community, but you can also just share it to specific people too, for sure. Yeah, so like, if you're like, oh, I'm lazy and I don't feel like making my own content, here you go, you can click on Spanish and here's a gazillion things. You can do a keyword, you can do like, I just want quizzes, I just want hangmans, whatever you want to do, and you can search and see if
So
somebody else has
essentially
already
you could
created
get
it.
one for the department.
Yeah, yep, definitely,
Okay.
and then share it to everybody. Yep, for sure, for sure. Yeah, okay, so that's Kia. Any other questions on Kia? Okay, that's a really great one. It's expensive, but if your school will pay for it, I would go for it. It's kind of nice. Okay, so that is the majority of what's on my website. Okay, all these videos are YouTube that's been filtered through SafeShare. Okay, these videos are just videos that I've uploaded through Wix. Okay, and these games and these quizzes are all through Kia. Okay, so those are the 3 ones that I use a lot. Okay, but the next one, has anybody ever used Flipgrid? Used Flipgrid?
Oh, yeah.
Are the rest of you
Yeah,
seriously not
awesome.
using Flipgrid?
Yeah, I use it in class.
Oh my gosh, Flipgrid is amazing. Amazing, and it's free, which blows my mind every time I use it. So I'm always like using it like as fast as I can because I'm like, someday they're gonna start charging a lot of money for it because it's really, really great. It's super great and it's free. It is amazing. So that's the last thing that I have on my website is Flipgrid. Okay, so here's what Flipgrid is. Flipgrid allows students to upload videos of themselves.
And you could do it too.
And you can do it too as an
Yeah.
example. So I have some examples on there.
They love,
I'll
like,
crack you up in a
watching.
second. Okay? So this is absolutely the most amazing resource ever. My students love Flipgrid. They love it because, first of all, they get to do funny things to themselves. Okay, it's kind of like Snapchat. They can put weird filters on. They can give themselves a hat. They can give themselves glasses. I teach elementary, but don't for a second think high school kids don't like to do that because they totally do. Okay, they absolutely do. So it doesn't look like that for the whole video. It just looks like that for the first picture. But you give them a prompt. Okay, let me go back here. So when you click on that, there's a password that I give my kids. Okay, the other nice thing about Flipgrid, it's uploading videos, but it's not uploading them to like social media. So only kids with that code that I just typed in, with that password, can see our class's videos. So it's a very private thing. Okay, so that's really, really important that you're protecting the kids' identity. They also don't allow the kids to input, I think they do their first name and a last initial. You never see the kids' last names to also kind of protect identity, but only your class can see it because you give out a code. Okay, when you create a Flipgrid, they give you this code and you give that code to the students. Okay, so we were learning about clothing and houses. Okay, and so this was my prompt. So I'll show you in a second. You can type in whatever prompt you want. This is what I want my kids to talk about on their Flipgrid. So I wanted them to describe what they're wearing and then show off their house. And like literally they would take like their tablet or their phone or whatever they had and like walk around their house and be like, this is my living room, and this is my kitchen, and this is my bathroom, right? It's kind of cool because the kids get to see each other's houses, right? So, you type in whatever you want. This is what I want you to talk about, okay? For my little kids, I give them a whole like script like that. And when they make their video, when they make their Flipgrid, it shows up. It looks like a sticky note. So my prompt shows up right in front of them. So they're looking at the camera, but they're actually reading what I want them to say, like a teleprompter. Okay, but when you play back the video, you don't see that sticky note anymore. It's just them talking, and it looks like they're just speaking Spanish. It's pretty cool. But they're actually reading something, but you can't actually tell that they're reading it because it shows up right in front of their face. So they're looking directly in the camera of their phone or their computer, but they're reading the prompt. You don't have to give them that much information though. Okay, I do for my little ones because it's hard for them to come up on their own. But if you're teaching bigger kids, just give them the prompts. Describe what you're wearing and then show off your house. Go, do it. And see what they come up with. Okay, don't feel like you have to give them that whole script. Okay, you can do it, again, it's whatever you want. It's your Flipgrid, so it's whatever you want to do. And then, the kids log in, and they create their Flipgrid videos. So, here's one of my students. She logs in there. Maybe. There she is.
Level una Casmia
Okay. And they make
Rosa
a little video of themselves speaking.
Pantaloons
Okay.
Azul Level Catanis
Okay, whatever you want them to say. Okay? And then you can go in and you can grade them on that. If you're teaching high school, I don't grade my kids, but if you're teaching high school, I would grade them on that. Okay? That's a great speaking practice. Okay? The other thing is, kids can watch each other's videos too. Okay? And so you can assign that you have to upload a Flipgrid video, but you also have to watch 3 of your classmates' videos. Okay? The only thing they can do is like it. There's no comments. There's no down button. It's always they give them a little heart. They can give them a little heart. That's all I can give them. Yep.
Can you make it so they couldn't see it?
So they can't see each other's? I think you can. I think you can make it private. Yep. I think you can set it to make it private. Okay. So to set up a Flipgrid, let's see. So you sign yourself up. Okay. And then super secret password. What's that? Okay. And then you want to say add a new grid. Okay. So you add a new grid. You can name your grid. You can name it by the class. You can call it Spanish 1 period 2, or you can call it whatever you want to call it. Okay. I call mine like elementary Spanish. This is not the individual video. This is your whole deal. Okay. So I'm not going to make a grid right now. My grid is called HBS Spanish. Okay, that's my grid. So if I click on that, here's all the different actual videos that I've made. Okay, so if I want to add a new topic to my grid, okay, that's when you would say something like the house or parts of the body or colors or whatever. Okay, you name it that. You can set how long the video is. Okay, as long as 5 minutes or as short as 15 seconds. Okay, and that's kind of a skill too. If you want them to only talk for 30 seconds, you have to say it. You can't be up there going, You can set it for a short time, so they have to respond quickly and get it in there, because it literally will cut them off. Okay, after 30 seconds. So that's up to you too. You can determine the length, or if you want a longer video, you want them to really talk and talk and talk, set it for 5. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And then down here you type your prompt. Okay, whatever you want to say. Describe your clothing, describe whatever. Okay, and then you say create topic. Okay, and when you say create topic, let me show you all my topics that I have here. It will give you a code. Okay, so if you click on this blue button, share, it's flipgrid.com, and then this hodgepodge of random letters and numbers. That random ending part is the code that they need. So when students go to flipgrid.com, it'll say enter Flipgrid code. That's the code. It's this little whatever. So you can send that to students. Actually, you can send the whole link. Send the whole link to students, and it'll take them directly into that Flipgrid. Okay, does that make sense? So you can either say go to flipgrid.com and then enter this code, or just click on that link. So you can copy it, email that to students, and then they have a Flipgrid video. It's amazing. They love it, love it, love it. Okay, so that's another way I get my students to work at home. Okay, we never ever make Flipgrid videos in class, never. I always make them do that kind of stuff at home. Yeah, because that's something they can totally do. Yeah, on their own, and then they send it to me, and then sometimes, every once in a while, we'll watch one in class, because some of my students think they're hilarious, and so they watch mine, show mine to the class, you know. Some kids are like, please don't show mine, you know, they're super embarrassed, and they don't want anybody else to see it. But some kids want the class to see, so every once in a while, I'll show one of the students' videos, but very rarely. That's something that they just do on their own. Okay, and if I have kindergarten kids that use Flipgrid. Okay, so if they can figure it out and know how to do it, it's really, really, really easy to do. It's really, really easy.
Can they use the camera on their like Chromebook or?
They do, yeah,
They do?
yeah, either on their phone or their Chromebook or whatever camera they have, yeah.
So when they open it up, it will activate
Yes.
their camera?
Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when you actually make one. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, that's not the goal. There we go. Can I add one? Yeah, the plus sign is how you add your own video. Okay, let me see if I can make one right now. Okay, so I'm gonna sit in front of my computer. There I am. Hi. Okay, so as soon as you click that plus, there you are. Here's me. Okay, it says record a video. You have 3 minutes. Okay, so if I click record, 3, 2, 1. Hi, how are you? I'm making a Flipgrid video right now. It's gonna upload when I click stop. Okay, and I like this. Hi, how are you? Okay. And they can edit it if you want, and then you have to take a selfie. Then you have to take a selfie. And then that's what shows up on Flipgrid. You can decorate that if you want to see. There's a little thing you can decorate. They put their name. They type in their last name, but when it shows up, it only shows up as your initial. Okay, so if I type my whole name, it would only show up as my initial. And I have to do that. Okay. Am I sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not gonna. Okay, so that's how you add a new video. But yeah, as soon as you hit that plus, you're on. The camera's live and you're ready to go. Okay, and then it uploads it directly. Super, super, super easy. Super easy, and the kids love it. And it's very, very, very user friendly for them. They just hit plus, and that's it. It's not like they have to take a video, figure out how to upload it to a different thing. Like, they don't have to convert it or anything. It's just done. It's
But
just
when you
there.
send an assignment, it comes with the plus. Like,
Yes,
so.
when you send that link, okay, so like it said, flipgrid.com,
Yep.
hodgepodge of numbers and letters, when they click on it, it looks exactly like
Okay.
this. Okay, and so they'll know, just hit plus, and that's how you add yours. Yeah, okay, when they go, it'll look exactly like that. So that's what I did on my website. That's what I linked it to. Okay, so when they click on this picture of clothes, it says Flipgrid, when they click on that picture of clothes, the link that I put in through Wix, see it up here? It is flipgrid.com, and there's my crazy code, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So all they have to know is the password. You create a password, that's so that other people can't get into your grid. Okay, so you have to create a password. My password is HP Spanish, but you create your own password. You have to tell all the kids the password ahead of time. Okay? But then as far as like that code goes with the numbers and the letters, that will automatically be there. They just have to know the password to get in. Okay, so my password, HP Spanish, and then they're in. Okay, there's their prompt, and they hit the plus, and they're ready to go. Okay, so that's Flipgrid. Okay, I have about 4 minutes. I want to talk about two really quick. Okay, one thing that I have discovered that has saved my life a number of times. So there's Flipgrid. Students love it. Easy, private. Okay, other students can watch, they can like, but that's it. They can only like, they can't comment, they can't anything. Okay, they just like. Another cool thing I found is called Handbrake. This one is more like something that you download to your computer and you just have it. It's not really a website that you go visit like Kia or Wix or something like that. It's just something that you get. Okay, so it's a Handbrake. It's another odd URL. Website name is handbrake.fr. Okay, I guess it comes from France. Handbrake.fr. Okay, so not handbrake.com, but handbrake.fr. Okay, it is a video editor. I use it to convert videos. So I'll show you in a second. I like to make green screen videos, but I do it on iMovie on my Mac, and it comes out as a .mov file, which is a pain in the neck to upload anywhere else because nobody else can recognize an MOV file. So Handbrake will convert it. It'll turn it into an MP4, which is much more user-friendly, and you can upload it to different places, so it's nice for that. But one thing that I love about Handbrake, I don't know how illegal this is or not, but I use it all the time. So if it's illegal, sorry, but you can edit DVDs. So things like, I teach elementary, there's a movie called The Road to El Dorado. It is a cartoon movie about two guys that go to Mexico pre-Hernan Cortez. And they discover the city of gold, El Dorado, before before Hernan Cortez gets there. It's a great little movie, and it has all kinds of cool cultural stuff in it. It has like a scene or two that are kind of inappropriate for little kids. There's a girl involved, and it gets a little dicey for elementary kids. I'm like, man, I would love to show this movie to my kids, except for that scene. And so it used to be, I would play the DVD, and then I'd pause it, right? And then, oh, something happened to my computer, I don't know what's going on. And I'm fast forwarding through that scene. Oh, it's back, what do you know? I used to pull that little trick, right? But now I have discovered that through the magic of Handbrake, you can actually kind of like get an MP4 version of your DVD. Okay, you put the DVD in, it will ask for the source, you say the source is the DVD, it will convert your DVD into an MP4 file. You can take that MP4 file and put it into something like iMovie, and you can cut out scenes. It's amazing. And so I cut out scenes now. The other thing you can do is make your movie fit your time frame. So I only have an hour of class, but the movie's an hour and a half. Well, let me see if I can find half an hour of fluff that I don't really need. Take out the credits, take out the opening song, take out this inappropriate scene, and then suddenly I have an hour video and it's how I want it to be. The other cool thing, if you take the DVD and you send it through something like iMovie, you can add subtitles. You can add subtitles in whatever language you want. You can add them in both languages. You can do it however you want it. So it's kind of cool. And it's free, which is a beautiful thing. So, like I said, I don't know if it's 100% legal, but I don't know. I'm not like selling the copies of my edited videos, so I guess it's okay. I'm just showing them to my kids. So I like it just for that alone. I like to edit the DVDs. It's kind of a cool thing. So I'll show you what that one looks like real quick. Looks like that. I don't know why it's a picture of a pineapple. I have no idea. But yeah, the little icon that comes up on your computer is a picture of a pineapple. This is a video that I made of my kids, but it was an MOV file and I wanted to convert it to MP4, so there's just a little button right there that you click and you convert to MP4. But the way you make the video is you click up here, it says open source, and it'll give you all these options. Is it a MOV file that's on your desktop? Is it a DVD? Where do you want to take this video from? And so wherever your video is, you click on that, and then it converts it to this digital format, okay, that you can use later. Okay, so it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. You click start, and it converts for you, and it spits it out. It's really kind of cool. Okay, so that's Handbrake. And then really, really fast, I want to talk about green screen videos, but if you're really into green screen videos, somebody's going to do a presentation about this in session 4.
Section
So the
4.
whole session is going to be green screen videos, but they are also very cool. Very, very, very cool thing. I just use iVideo. So all you need to do to make a green screen video is get a green screen. Okay, and it doesn't have to be fancy. My classroom, I have a bulletin board on the side of my wall. Okay, so it's a lot like this. I just covered it with green cloth. That's my green screen. The end. Okay, I just don't put anything on that bulletin board. I just have a blank bulletin board. And when we want to make green screen videos, I stick my kids in front of the bulletin board, and I film, and we're done. It's like the easiest thing ever. Okay, it doesn't have to be fancy. They sell fancy green screens online, with lights on them, and like all this crazy fancy stuff. Yeah, I went to Walmart, got a piece of cloth, it cost like $2. Like no joke, it was like a yard of fabric. Slap on the wall. All it has to be is green. Actually, you can do it with blue too, but green works better. Okay? If you have iMovie, if you have a Mac. So I'm a Mac kind of person, I like Apple stuff, so I like iMovie, but it has a little button. And you say replace green screen, and you can put anything you want in the background. It is the coolest thing. Okay? I use it to make weather reports, I use it to make cultural videos, my kids just made one. They love it. Because now they're in the movies and it looks cool. Okay? Let me show you real quick what one looks like. I just did this on Friday, yesterday. Okay? So when I make it, it looks like that. I have my 2 kids in front of my bulletin board like this. Okay, I just use my phone. Okay, I record them on the green screen. Okay? And then you take that video and you stick it in to iMovie. And when you click the video, there's a little magic button up here, this first one. You click on this drop down